Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video, part one of a two-part guest video from Demolition Hound, and the second half being from Heavy Arms Zero, aka Ford, aka Silver Lightning, showing off the newly patched Gundam Mudrock. Got some really good buffs, and as you can see, we're on an all-support team. There's only one of us, with me, Spidey Wing, and Demo being the people who are on a call. And out of the three randoms we got, only one did not decide to go as far as Mudrock play along. I believe they went to Full Armor Alex instead, which, you know, as you probably saw with yesterday's video, perfectly fine selection. Really like the colors on that Gelgug Stutzer over there. But, yeah, Mudrock got a really significant set of buffs, which, as is custom, I will be going through at the end of the video. But, yeah, it's an all-new suit, basically. It's been reworked so much. Mudrock in GBO1 was really powerful, and Maelstrom's theory has always been that they kind of scaled it back too much for GBO2 so it would not be as overwhelming, and so it kind of got the short end of the stick there for a very long time in this game. But it is good, and Demo is good with it, so... But yeah, it is... Again, it's fun to use. Now it's really quite nice. And, yeah, right before the buffs came out, Maelstrom was basically comparing it to comparing the 600 Mudrock. I forget whether it was 600 or 650, but comparing its stats to those of the Hyakushiki Kai ground type, full armor ground type, I believe it is. Either way, it's another cannon sporting hover suit. So I confused their silhouettes in a video a while back, which is what made Mal think of it. And oh boy, Demo is looking a little bit surrounded here. But yeah, he said the ground type, was leaps and bounds better than it. But yeah, he says they're now, having crunched the numbers again, they are now quite competitive. So that's good. I like, I always like the older suits to be viable when they, at higher levels. That's just one of those things that I've always been a fan of. So, and given that there's so many different kind of enhancements that you can put on them at this point that rely on being a higher level suit, that's not a bad thing. So, this was a round where we had a lot of struggle to keep our central point at. They took it a couple of times. They're, as you can see, pushing pretty hard against us here. Hope the pop filter's working, because that really just came out a lot poppier than I expected it to. And now I'm going to say pop a lot just to get a lot more P's in there, so if the filter isn't working, you're going to know it real bad. I am very clever at this YouTubing thing, which I've been doing for more than 10 years now. Oh, Lord. But, let's see. Yeah, 4.5 minutes left. We're behind a little bit, but yeah, Demo has been doing really well. Doing a lot of damage, keeping himself back from the rest of the team. That is a Blue Destiny Unit 2, which charged straight in and used its melee, which is, generally how you end up on the ground like that. I do it all the time. And you'd think I'd know better, again, after playing this game for so long, but nah. Sometimes, especially when I'm low on health and desperation is setting in, I will do the dumbest, most obvious thing, and being the dumbest, most obvious thing, it doesn't work. So that's just, that is just how I operate sometimes. Just sometimes I panic. That's not... I don't even know if it's right to call it panic, because it doesn't feel like panic anymore. Thank you, anxiety medication. But it's definitely one of those I feel pressured and I am not thinking situations, and that's never good. So, but regardless, oh yeah, that's right. I stole the Gelgug Stutzer, I think it is. I stole a suit at any rate, and I think they're about to kill it before I can get out. Now, I may have managed to get out, but either way, yeah, I stole that because it was trying to take point B, and now I am trying to get point D back. And Demo came up and killed the suit I left behind, I believe, so that was good. You know, anything that gets us the points instead of the enemy team is good going. And yes, I am retaking point D. That was what all that was about. Like I said, a lot of back and forth about that on that point, and I wanted to make sure it stayed with us because, as you can see, since we're pushing back and not really giving up ground here very easily, we are coming back up, and we've just about equaled their score. So, you know, if we can keep them from boxing us in and just slaughtering us, we'll be fine. So, at least that's the theory. We're behind again because they got a bunch of kills, but we'll see what happens. Certainly the plan is to be fine, but, well, you know, plans. What do plans mean in this game? Let's see, a couple of shots there. And lost a shield, but that's going to make Demo even faster. I did finally get myself killed out there. There's BD2 coming in again, which, yeah, with a bunch of things pointed at it to keep it from getting further in, it didn't come close to reaching Demo. I don't think it actually hit anybody. And, yeah, because the shoulder cannons got over the hill that Demo is using for cover, but because the beam rifle, of course, is much lower down, that just hit the side of the hill, unfortunately. And speaking of unfortunately, ow. But still, you know, we are catching up and we are keeping up. I think that's pretty good for as much of an offensive as the enemy team is putting on here. So I don't think we're doing badly at all. We've gotten back to the lead, in fact. So, and let's see, a minute to go. If we can keep this lead, we've got it. So. Let's see, I was about to say, I'm getting myself surrounded and killed up on the hill there. Hopefully they'll keep pushing from there, because that will probably put them square in the support fire. It looks like that's where they are. And Demo got one. I think only one, but, you know, in this situation where we have a lead we need to widen, one is plenty. Rest of the team managed to take that person out. Demo's got good health, so he can afford to go take on this Nemo cannon face to face. They're both supports, and again, you know, freshly buffed Mudrock, so, you know, Demo's not in a bad place. Let's see, beam rifle into downswing, pretty good damage. Mudrock's rifle, of course, does not stun, but the shoulder cannons do, the grenades do if enough of them hit, and the rifle fires very quickly, so you can, you know, just tag people in the middle of a crowd to kill them if you need to. And Demo died, but we are still 500 points ahead, so that is the round. Yeah, so, yeah, that went pretty well. I got, you know, kicked up and down the block, but we won, so I'll take that. Yeah, Demo swept the board. 3,900, 110,000 damage, assist of 1080, and 23% diversion. 6 and 4. Yeah, that was a really good round, and now we're going to take a look and see what Heavy's got. Okay, Heavy's round is in the Space Colony wreckage. So, Space Colony crash site? I forget the exact name, but yeah, just assume somewhere in Australia. But yeah, yeah, like I said, Mudrock's buffs came out very well. It's a good suit. I'm pretty sure this is a higher level of it, which means it's going to be taking advantage of more bonuses. Because I see a GPO1 and a DJ, and I believe a mass production double Zeta on Heavy's team. Oh yeah, also Girazulu EH, which just went spinning by. And yeah, so this is probably the level that Maelstrom was comparing to the full armor Yakushiki Kai ground type. So that's good. But yeah, man, brain. I did this late. It's 2:30 in the morning. I just was having trouble getting myself started, but that's, you know, that happens sometimes, again, especially since I've been, you know, being more or less lazy the last couple of days. Yep, this is 600. And, But yeah, I sadly I didn't, I did not get to keep the Banshee Norn. I did my half-price 10 spin on my Japanese account, and nothing really significant. So, sadly, just probably going to let that one pass and let the new custom parts pass too, because that's just a lot of money. So, and if I'm going to spend a lot of money lately, I've been spending it more on secondhand toys from Japan. So I'm not going to break that streak for the most part. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I got the special creative model Casval Gundam, which really nice, about MS in action size, might be up to 1/144 scale. There is a little bit of a difference, I'm not sure. But also has a functioning core block, which is not particularly common to either of those scales. So it's a good figure. And that is a Nightseeker Vosky, which Heavy managed to interrupt its reign of destruction there, which is good. But that spear on the Fdain rifle does have an awful lot of range. So, yep, Nightseeker V, level 3. So, somebody here is running a 600, but if that's a level... No, that's right, Nightseeker Vosky does come in at 500, so yeah, this is... The level 3 would put this at 600, So probably that's a level 2 DJ and a level 2 GPO-1 on Heavy's team, I believe. But is that a GPO-1? Or is that a standard Gundam? I sometimes... there's, hundreds of things in the game now, so it's kind of harder than it used to be to keep track of the portraits. But, let's see, there is... Okay, he got the damage through its... tackle, and scooted to the side, got a, oh boy, here's the Vosky again. But scooted to the side and got another swing in, which got him the kill. And yeah, unlike, you probably noticed, but unlike the Full Armor Alex, the Mudrock does have balancers. I think it only gets one swing, but yeah, balancers, so, You trade in 2 hits of melee for being able to land your single melee swing a lot more often, or with a lot less forethought, let's say, because you can hit melee swings without balancer. It's not, balancer's definitely convenient and makes you more flexible, but yeah, it is very doable to use melee without it. But it does help, like it just helped. Actually, no, that might have been, since he wasn't boosting, I think that was a non-balancer swing. Again, it works, so. But yeah, so far this round's going really well, 9,600 to 5,240. 3.5 minutes left. Heavy's got most of his health. The mass production double Zeta and the DJ are a little low. Everybody else is okay. And... Yep, that is GPO-1. The shield is the giveaway. And yep, time to get down there. Yep, it's the Vosky. Missed the downswing, but canceled out of the animation very quickly and got back and moving, which does help. Landed some good shots on whatever is up the stairs there. And yeah, may as well stick near somebody else, the GPO-1 in this case, just so there's... Okay, that was really, really well done. I mean, you saw just how fast he shifted back and hit that Vosky, right? That's... Man. That's one... If I had the reflexes for that, I don't have the perception for it, frankly. Oh man, that's a bad combination. Girazula EH and Nightseeker Vosky, yeah. I'm glad the rest of the team is working on it, but... Let's see, list the downswing, still alive for now, though. Oops, nope, somebody got Vulcans in. But yeah, just... Yeah, shifting back like that and swinging with melee really obviously works well. You just have to be able to notice that they're there in time to do it, which, yeah, not... Maybe on a really good day, but we'll see how often I have any of those. I don't know. Brain, come on. This is like finish sentences. It's kind of important. But yeah, round has gone really well. Enemy team is, behind, but doing a fair job of keeping pace. It's not, it's not a complete stomp, which is always nice. But yeah, Heavy and his team doing very well. Tag the shield, followed with a decent beam shot. Yeah, just more than the other beam rifles. The Mudrock's rifle feels to me like just a highly enhanced beam spray gun, because it fires fairly quickly, doesn't really stun much, if at all, and unlike the beam spray gun, has a really good range. So, I don't know. Just kind of feels like that to me, but that doesn't mean much of anything. Good shot there, 1100. See, used a neutral swing, which did, I believe, back the EH up a little bit. Yeah, good shot there. Somebody else got the kill. The important thing is the kill was gotten, and that makes Heavy safe for a second. Until the Vosky turns up again, which, At this point, if they've got the two raids spawn staggered, that's not the worst news. That's an MPZZ, which relatively okay, and that's a Mark IV coming in, and good shot, and some really precise rifle shots to the feet, to the legs of that Mark IV as well. Good kill there. Yeah, now Heavy's running away with it at the end of the match, which and got a last second kill with the grenades. Very, very nice. All right, yeah, nearly wiped the team on his own at the end. So let's take a look at the final score. I think it's going to be pretty impressive. And it is 7,700 of that 18,000 is Heavy, 137,000 damage. And let's check out the kill count. Kill count is 11-2. Nice! That is going to do it for today's double feature, which is, I guess, if I'm timing this right, it's going to be how we close out the year. But until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Okay, so here is the list of Mudrock enhancements. The level 1 got 1,500 more hit points, took it up to 15,000. All the higher levels were increased similarly. 5 more points of thruster capacity, went from 55 to 60 at level 1. Upper levels also got that enhancement. Level 3 got 6 more points of ranged mod, went from 35 to 41. Pretty sure Heavy was using the level 4. I think that should be right at 600, so he will get the benefit of that. Let's see, thruster capacity was increased further for the level 3, went from 55 to 65, so not bad. Also got thruster output increase level 2, which I forget whether that's the thruster capacity boost or the thruster speed boost. Either one is not bad news. Frontline support system level 2 comes in at level 3, which means the whole team respawns a little faster. High performance radar was increased from level 2 to 3, starting with the level 3 Mudrock, so that I forget what range that is, but it's definitely pretty decent. Starting at level 3, it got 2 extra parts lots in close range, 1 more in mid-range, and 1 more in long range. So, should have pretty good equipment capabilities. The beam rifle got another 150 power at level 2, went from 1350 to 1500. Higher levels also got a similar increase, so that's, that definitely improved the level 4's performance. Beam Saber also gets an increase starting at level 2. The level 2 went from 1450 to 1600. The shoulder cannons went from 925 to 1000 per shell at level 2. The reload also got shortened by 4 seconds to 15 seconds. And the grenade launchers, starting at level 2, their power was increased from 615 to 700 per grenade, and their range was increased by 50 meters overall for all levels from 250 to 300. So yeah, it is definitely more powerful than it used to be, which hopefully we'll find out at the end of January. Oh boy, be nice if I could pronounce January. If that brings the percentages in line. At 450, supports have an average of 50.7% win rate. So basically, any given support. I feel like there's a good way to articulate the statistics of that, and I don't have it on hand. Either way, the average is 50.7. Mudrock was only winning 47.6% of the time. Rival win rate on average is 48.2. Mudrock at 450 was managing 45.3. Damage dealt only a little bit under 65,362 is the average at that level. 64,373 is what Mudrock was doing. It was about, okay, this is going to sound stupid, but averages are averages. People were losing another half a mobile suit on average. Average loss at 450 is 2.7, and Mudrock was managing 3.2. Up at 600, where Heavy was playing it, Mudrock was only winning 40% of the time. Rival win rate was 30%, and the damage dealt, which is on average 76,000 for support at 600 cost, Mudrock was only doing 55,000. And yeah, MS loss, the average at 600 is 2.8, and Mudrock was at 3.4. So a smidgen worse than the 450 was managing. But yeah, that damage number particularly bad. Damage number is actually it falls in with the same average at level 3. 67,500 is the average. 47.9 is what Mudrock was doing. So yeah, that's about the same as the level 4. A tiny bit better, I think.